Hello?
On the couch, you're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the comeback player of the year, Andrew Luck, and the Indianapolis Colts, as they match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, it's late in the year. We all know how we see the calendar for these guys.
I don't know if this microphone is working, but we sure try.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them. And
here we go.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers heading out. And it's the fifth-year man, Jameis Winston, in charge. Big key for Jameis this year.
Better than the 30-30 club.
Avoid those turnovers. They've been his undoing during his tenure in Tampa. It's no secret. 14 interceptions again last year, plus 7 fumbles in just 9 games played.
Do a little play action.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. That'll be caught by Jordan Leggett, his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They did it well there.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Big hitter to start the drive.
Hello?
Has him up near
Hello?
midfield here for 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston sliding out of the pocket. And this one caught up by Cameron Brain. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make
Let's do a little jet sweep.
One against you makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And we get a glance now at the Buccaneer offense.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. A look now at our starting defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been
touchdown.
An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
He's going to run it out.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here come the Colts under second-year coach Frank Wright. They'll be led out by the comeback player of the year in 2018. A Pro Bowl quarterback as well a season ago, Andrew Luck.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Barber. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions. I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because
running to the left,
hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But when we go back
let's try touchdown to Evans.
That type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script.
Shaquille Barrett.
Stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Look at that beautiful pirate ship. Do a little bit of inside run.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there.
Change it up a second. Andre Ellington. See what he can do for me.
He's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Ellington, and he gets it down to the 32.
Now he's hurt.
Get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
One play and done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Peyton Barber's back.
Barber on 1st and 10.
Didn't do nothing.
Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice game.
Let's go with Godwin up the middle.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
We go Howard for a touchdown.
From the red zone now, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel and sub packages, don't they?
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Touchdown, Evans. Howard.
To throw is Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Back of the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from chilly Philadelphia.
Watch this sack, y'all.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Devin White.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Tampa 2. Spread that out.
Because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers. Freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. That's pulled in at the 32.
Touchdown.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 1st and 10, Locke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. They'll find Hines out of the backfield.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Could have been a pick six the other way. Let's run it back for another touchdown, folks.
As he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. Well, he's loose again. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That, folks, is a 94-yard punt return.
They can't touch them.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you
I might have to up this to
anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8.
These teams can't beat me.
Really had some guts.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Lock on 1st down. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Short little throw to Ebron. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
All-out blitz.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Luck. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Adam Vinatieri, the oldest player in the NFL, on for the Colts field goal. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
Why would they kick a field goal there?
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second down now, it's Hines, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you,
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Devin White in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line.
Andrew Luck has no luck.
And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now.
Are they going to kick it to Wilson?
An avalanche. It's coming right on top of it.
All right, here we go.
Taking it about the 16.
Go, Wilson.
And there he goes again. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return as his guys continue to pour it on.
All right, count him along with me. That's his third return for a touchdown in this game. Why is the ball being kicked to him? That would be my question.
I was just going to ask you the same question because we see 2 occasionally. I mean, very rare. 3, unbelievable. Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
MVP of the game?
And the lead grows
I
even
think
larger
so.
here in the third quarter. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his...
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all away.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Chances are not going to kick it to my boy.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like
chances are they're not going to kick it to Wilson.
The ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Here we go.
And this will be taken at the 13. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. I tell you what, they got the lead here in the second half, and you can attribute part of that at least to some great returns on special teams, particularly in the punting game.
And when we add up yardage during a game, we often miss some of the key yardage, don't we? And that's what you get in the kick return game. In this case, punt returns. We often call it the area of hidden yardage. Changes field position, makes big plays, and that's why they're leading here today.
They'll run on first down. It's Barber.
Run, you stupid.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now Love. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Almost another interception. Here we go. Spread them out.
When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third down there, but he cannot connect. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one.
Just
as a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a
now
diva
watch,
look,
folks.
isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
We're going to return to the left, but actually return to the right.
Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Take
Here
it
we
in
go.
at the 11. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
We're going to do a shotgun. We're going to do a doubles.
The Bucs offense set to begin.
We're going to try to get it up to Evans.
Last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree
Godwin
with you, because this
open.
was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
We'll do another jet sweep to Evans.
Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Tap, tap. Go, Evans.
Jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be
That
a
didn't
2-yard loss on the play.
We'll try it one more time.
And they'll make it 2nd and 12.
Same play. Tap, tap. Run, Evans, run.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it.
Yeah.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I like the idea
Go
to mix it up from
fullback
time to time,
run
'cause let's face it,
straight
you
up
can't
the
be
middle.
predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Let's take a 60-yard.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Oh, it should have ran out at the same time.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
A little too far.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No, that would tell my offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here. And
let's go see what my coach thinks.
No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
He's a little retarded thinking that they're going to throw it.
His fault. But hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Luck now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And taken right at the 35. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is long. Now White lost the football. And I think they're going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead
what a
keep
play
the
there.
On the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game.
We got to rewatch that. Here he goes. Catches it. Fumbles it. Gets the ball. Resume play.
Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Ready, blue ready. Mike 58 right there. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that would come.
I can't get that one going, yo. We'll try it again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make
We'll
that
flip it to the other side.
2nd and 13. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there,
Godwin,
you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
He ain't been in the mix yet.
Winston's in the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take the like total.
Oh, touchdown.
A 22-yard scamper as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taking a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz,
let's go goal line just to mess with him.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And somewhat
they got
of
a
revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Plenty.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzling me a little bit.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Through the uprights.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right, folks, I'm going to try to get one more touchdown.
To take the field. They've lost this
Sack
one.
him.
Their offense has struggled. Do they
Fumble.
try to put together something here at the end just to take
Interception.
it next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
Maybe
and pretty much
not.
said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Love. Got it complete to Rodgers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it's Love. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
To the air again. Love. Rodgers brings it in.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. To try again after the sack. Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the
Run, you fat... Run!
20, 10, 5. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Run! Carl Nassif.
So now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Oh, look at the crybaby.
Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one.
That is it, folks. Thank you for watching my podcast.
Leading them to victory, and the defense is saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning. They were great.